you remember when I first started working at Cookie Cart?
I do. I was excited. I was like, I used to work at Cookie Cart too.
That's literally how it was. Yeah, so we didn't even know, like, we just kind of connected the dots.
No, but I was excited that you were at a place that I was connected to.
Mm-hmm. Significant for both of us.
I started working at Cookie Cart. How I can identify when is about second grade, and so I would assume that's 1988, somewhere in there. We started going to Hall Elementary at my second grade year, and it was a buzz at the school. Like, everybody wanted to go over there and work at Cookie Cart after school. But some people had to catch the bus home, and we actually, our family house is on 14th and DuPont, so we were more available because we walked home from school every day.
So when you were at Sister Jean's house, what did that feel like?
That felt homely. You came in, you saw her mixing the batter for the cookies, and for me, it was an amazing time. I got to do something, you're doing something with your time, people are coming and buying stuff from you, and that just kind of sets the tone for entrepreneurship in my mind, not then, but now as I look back.
Thinking back to Sister Jean, can I ask you what you remember about her, or like what characteristics really stuck out about Sister Jean to you?
You remember that she's a nun. She carried herself just as such. She was angelic, she was helpful, she was loving. She taught us things. She's unforgettable. I think giving kids an opportunity to do something other than just running around outside, like, that kind of solidified that she was a pillar of the community, with regards to inspiration.
Mm-hmm. So. After hearing like all of your experiences, what kind of things did you take away, even if it wasn't as an 8-year-old? What did you take away, and when you look back, what really stuck with you?
The responsibility of showing up, to being dependable. If somebody was expecting you to come, if you tell them you're going to be there tomorrow, you show up, you're gaining responsibility.
What was your most memorable moment at Cookie Cart?
My most memorable moment, we loaded up a ton of cookies. We went to a church. I can't quite recall the church, but when we got there, we sold every bag of cookies, and then at that particular time, it took us over the top. It was amazing. You're excited because you helped actually, accomplish something.
Make something happen, for sure. My most memorable moment has to be my first financial literacy class. I remember just sitting down, and we had somebody come in from the community and volunteer just to teach us about what financial literacy looked like. And I didn't even know what to, call it. Back then, I'm like, that's just saving. No, there's levels to it, and so they taught me, like, well, if you budget and you put this much up from a paycheck, you'll get there and there. And I had people just all around me super happy, because we never had anybody tell us, like, this is how you save. And that had to be the best memory for me, because after that, I never stopped saving. I was able to save, help my sister save, just helping people around me just by learning.
Over the time, you started working, what have you really learned about yourself?
I learned that I'm a leader. It takes a leader to lead, and leaders lead other leaders so that they can become better leaders. So I learned so many different things about myself because I was allowed that safe space. Having this shared experience definitely changed my view of Cookie Cart. And I already thought of it as a really nice place, but hearing you feel the same exact way that I feel, and it's 30 years later, that completely changed everything, and made me want to stay invested even after I leave Cookie Cart. Knowing those donations actually go to these teens, and knowing that it goes to bettering the teens and their mindsets. That's the safe space in our community. A part of that has to do with you. You push that cart to that corner that day, to get the first help with the first storefront. So just imagine you and a lot of other people. You know, without those people and you, we wouldn't be where we're sitting. We're sitting in a location 30 years later with even more. I love that. So that is for sure important. That connection is important.
Well, can't believe that the cookie cart is not somewhere just here, but we would wheel this cookie cart down the street. You know, and I remember struggling with it initially, but then you get your balance and you figure out how to go about it. But that's, oh my goodness, are you serious? That is the cookie cart. Unbelievable. That is the cookie cart. And this, we would have.
I just wanted to show you this as well. Because we know what your favorite is.
We would.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time.
So I'm like, even with like.
Oh my goodness. And we would load it up with bags of cookies, you know, and then, we carry and we carry the cookie cart down, down the block. It was only like maybe a block or two, because we parked it on the corner of Ascension. Wow, brings tears to your eyes, like, wow, this was, yes.
I love that.